down. No, who am I to let you down, down.
Man, that's exactly what you're saying. It's a great setup, Shady. Bump it on through. Down we go. Express. Stay back. Elvin all playing for their competition. A little bit. Jules. Whoa! That was insane. Last season, both of them had experience on the international stage. And there it is. Showcasing from Porto. We might have a series. You see me. I can do with CJ. He's taking it all. Oh my God! What? And welcome back to the last week of league play here at Throwdown. Proudly supported by Macca's, of course, where the Monopoly game at Macca's is back. 1 and 5 instantly win. Yummy's joining me on the casting section this time, and Courier has jumped in on the other end.
This section here is the casting section?
This is the casting section.
This line right here.
It's an exclusion zone.
The no intelligence zone goes around here. You know?
Wow, okay. I'm glad I'm always on this side of the line then. Maybe one day. However,
that's the smart zone. That would be the nice way of saying it.
We are going into our next series, which is like the series, the one we want to watch, the one we love seeing.
This is the series we wait for all season, every season.
Yep.
It is the El Clasico Jam against Chiefs.
BFC?
I was
Alpha
worried about
Sydney?
BFC, Alpha Sydney. They've gone into 3 different names so far. But it's the first seed matchup.
And they're both international teams. They've both been overseas. They have the same history of achievement. And now we get to see who is still on top.
And it looks like, it could be either team at the moment, but we have to start by highlighting the Chiefs. And that brings us into our Champions of Play weekly spotlight, proudly supported by Macca's.
And Chiefs, you can't talk about them without spotlighting Torsos. He has been absolutely incredible for them this season. He's actually, in some ways, dragged them through to the position that they're in now, where they're guaranteed for LAN.
Consistency is what he's about. Here's a player that can play the entire pitch. His rotations are always tight, and he's a great mechanical player.
And he combines with Drip A all of these goals that you see. It's either Drip A to Torsos or Torsos to Drip A, but then Torsos also gets a lot of solo goals and solo plays at the same time. He's the highest scorer for this season. He's the highest goal scorer for this season for a long way. And he looks like he's going to be just the MVP. He's got 7 MVPs of the 10 the Chiefs have got so far.
And it makes it so hard to take him out, right? If you go in and challenge Torsos, he's not a greedy player. He'll make the pass plays to Drip A, and Drip A's won a golden boot, so that's not good for you either.
And he's taken the golden boot off Drip A.
Yeah.
Drip A last season we said was the best player in the region. Well, now it is Torsos in the front runner. He has been incredible, and that's why he's our Champions of Play weekly spotlight.
Simple as that. He deserves to be as well with such exceptional gameplay in the previous league plays and this one especially. Let's look over to the side of Jam Gaming. They've just taken down Legacy in convincing fashion at 3-0. And Jam Gaming have impressed us in the past, and they've been sitting up in that top position in the off-season, but this is where it counts. And I'm not sure how I see Jam going up against Chiefs.
This is the battle for first place for these two teams. It's going to be incredibly tight. We've seen Jam Gaming actually get the better of Chiefs in recent times, and that's what we're going to look for today.
And the important thing here is they'll both end up likely on the same number of wins, or if they don't, whoever wins this comes ahead. And even if you win this, you win the head-to-head, assuming a tiebreaker.
Yeah, oh, well, now that Jam Gaming have also beat Legacy, they're in a good position. But Chiefs, if they win this one and win the next one, they're through. Jam, if they win this one, then they're definitely through as the number 1 seed.
Yeah, arguably, though, Chiefs will have to then beat Scylla, which could be a harder team than you compare Jam versus Legacy. But questionably, Chiefs should be able to run away with that. I am questioning, though, because Scylla have been a difficult opponent in the past. I want to focus here, however, first. There is some old rivalry. Both of these teams have been to RLCS. And to do so again, they have to be in fine form.
These are the 2 international teams.
They are just,
they are big
and
boys.
whoever wins this basically stamps the competition and says, we are making it again.
Yeah, and they will. That's the big thing. They will make it again. And because of that, when they go overseas, taking the seed is critically important because it helps you win that LAN, which will then help you get an easier opponent at RLCS.
First seed's really important because the fourth seed coming through is that tight competition against arguably teams that are much easier to beat when you consider that those top three, Pale Horse and Jam Gaming and Chiefs, who are all expected to come at the top.
So with such a close game coming through, Korea, Jam versus Chiefs, what side of the fence are you going to sit on?
I'm going to fall to Chiefs' side of the fence. Historically, they managed to eke it out over Jam every time that it matters. And I think they'll do it again.
It's going to be incredibly, incredibly close. It's going to be 3-2 either way it goes. And it just depends who's playing well on the day. But after seeing Jam's performance in the last series, I don't think it's enough to take down Chiefs, who I've got 3-2.
I think Express got 100 goals. He's ready. He's pumped. He just got like the best career goals in Throwdown history, so he's going strong. Jam Gaming going to take this, and with that momentum, 100 goals, punch it through, down we go. We're about to jump into the next series. Chiefs taking on Jam, arguably the best series of today, but also the one with the least implications. I don't think anyone's thinking about that.
It's not the least implications. Winner, there's so many implications of this
in
match.
comparison to
first seeds, they've both already made it through. They're ready to go.
All right.
And hammer it home.
Okay, Jam taking on Chiefs. Whether I'm right, I'm not right. But whether I'm wrong, that's probably going to be the case. Chiefs have started this one off strong and already coming through. Torso's the man, the mission, the power. Jam Gaming, after coming off Legacy, let's see if that makes a positive impact on their performance against Chiefs.
Already just a little bit of back and forth as both Jam Gaming and Chiefs are going to be looking to just find some holes in the defense and set up pressure, as we've both seen in the past, and that's the first hole we see.
That's a start. Jake punches it and opens it up. Chiefs finding the first goal within 30 seconds. And a great start for Chiefs Jake.
It's good to see Jake heading forward, getting that pass. Normally it would be Drippe in that second position, waiting to follow up on Torsos, but it's a good sign when Chiefs are in rotation.
Exactly right. Jam Gaming, although Legacy was such a successful series, Chiefs are a whole new beast to crack. Chiefs in the off-season only hitting fourth, but we don't mention that anymore because they've just come through. They have recovered, they have a new feeling about them, and now into the championship season, once again, Chiefs are looking punishing against every team they face.
They struggled in the off-season. They tried to do too much after going international, but in the end, the experience has been for the better. And the only reason they've been losing now is because everybody in OC is so much better.
That's right. Improvement, 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 and other teams coming through. That's why our top four is so tight, and there's so many implications. Jam Gaming versus Chiefs. This is the international squad, and they equalize.
That is a great setup there by Express. Normally the one to get the goals, but the dunk and this touch across was undefendable. Shady finishing off that 1-2 wombo combo.
Beautiful stuff from Jam Gaming. Everyone loves a good wombo right in the morning, maybe 11 o'clock, but I tell you what, it's
You
not
go
too
for
early.
a combo.
Oh,
Big
love
Mac.
it. It's cheap, it's acceptable, and Drippe. Oh, interesting from Jam.
This is some quick scoring here. You don't normally see kickoff goals with these teams, but Drippe was just too quick right now for the defense.
Yeah, so maybe better touch from Chiefs. I do apologize. Jam Gaming down one. Chiefs finding some big goals to start things off, and interesting how back and forth this series is in just game number one.
We expected it to be tight, and it's been tight so far in the first game. But whoever can draw ahead, get that first blood, is going to be in a good position the rest of the series.
Chiefs, 3 minutes 30 to continue this lead. Express setting up to Monty Connor on this left wing. You can see slower paces of ball there than they were going against Legacy, where they had to step up that tempo, you feel a little bit. But off the backboard there, 1, 2, and 3, the good night not to come through from Express.
That is so rare. Express is one of the highest goal shooters in terms of shot percentage of the entire league, and it's because he just doesn't miss those opportunities.
Yep, and that's the rarity in itself. Someone who has been picking up very, very honourable mentions throughout our league play. Express, I'm going to have to step it up against the Chiefs. You can't make a mistake.
That's what I was worried about after seeing them against Legacy, where they weren't quite on that 100%. Because when they are 100%, they can beat anyone. And
that's 100%.
Shady. Tight to throw. I wouldn't call that 100%, but they opened up the net, which is what they do.
Maybe 90. I mean, maybe dummy, but
it's a bit of a mistake there by Chiefs. Two people sending it up. They pinched it straight out to Shady, whether if one of them was up, they would have hit it to the side.
Look at that, Jam straight off the bat, back and forth, making things tighter than ever. Monty Connor into Drippe, a little bit of pinch on the side of the ball there, comes straight back to the midfield. Express looking for the double tap, will not find it, and this time hitting the ball more successfully for Jam Gaming, and then pushing up, putting on the pressure, quick demolition, Shady back over to Express, and controlling the ball a little bit better from the side of Jam Gaming as Shady brings it down, but will be responded.
This has become a bit of a brawl with two apiece at the moment. The demo's coming through as well. I don't think there's real finesse here. They just want to go at it. They want to take down their long-term rivals.
There's some hungry competition here in OCE. Both of these teams have demonstrated that on the international stage. You cannot say that enough, especially with setups like that.
And that is the play. Drippe passing it out to Torsos. And at this point in time, Torsos is at more than 1.2 goals per game. He's the front runner to get that RLCS Golden Striker accolade, and his only real competition is Express, who is well behind him.
That's right. Express may have the Throwdown career goals, but Torsos, he has the accolades and the follow-through and such clean play.
It shows you the power of Chiefs in the past, that they actually have a lot less games played overall in competition than Jam Gaming, because they've done so many 3-0s and 3-1s.
Also, she just saw hits up to the ball, and it was Express again who didn't get there quick enough. So Chiefs are back onto the powerful foot, and they're pushing down this side of the field. The attack continues on. Torso's ready in that center. You see Monty Connor over the left wing here. Express going to jump up. Jam Gaming, a minute 20 to play with here. And although the game's been back and forth, let's see if Chiefs can maintain that lead.
Feels like no team really has advantage right now, as both of them are just trading blow for blow.
Okay. See if he can prove us wrong there. Monty Connor over to Shady. Good passing
That's
play.
a great play.
Nice.
Express finishing it off, but it was the 1, the 2, the 3 with perfect positioning. And not only that, look at Express and his trust to go forward, knowing that his teammates would be able to get a pass. This is what they returned from RLCS for.
And that's the closer to the 100% Jam that we want to see. That
is 100% Jam.
Yeah.
That is what they need to do to be able to take down such a world-class act like Chiefs.
Yeah, and that's going to be closer and closer to making this into overtime. 45 seconds remaining. Jam are looking pretty good now, but Chiefs, they still have something to say about it. It is so close between these two teams, and it shows you how tense our competition is between first and second.
I can't believe that they both had 3 goals. Usually 3 is the magic number. What? Jake just snuck that in out of nowhere. I thought that was going to get saved. But no, off the roof, read perfectly, and you just see how quickly he got to that compared to Shady.
Isn't it just a case of, Chiefs read the ball, Jam do the same thing. 30 seconds remaining. Is 4 now the magic number? You'd have to think so. 30 seconds remaining. Jam, the pace that they've been playing at.
But the way I've seen this game so far, 4 might not even be enough. But 5 will be.
20 seconds, that could be it. Like you said, 5 goals, Chiefs. Reading the ball well.
That's insane that 5 has to be the magic number to win a game.
Normally not for Chiefs
Normally,
and Jam Gaming.
Last season, Chiefs, if they got 3, they won every single series. They never lost a series until the grand finals, where they got 3 goals.
Well, Jam Gaming going to be falling out here, and Chiefs should be able to find their first win. 10 seconds remaining. Off the roof. 1 could be hopeful, but it's going to be a little bit too optimistic there. And Chiefs, with punching through a couple of goals with that last minute, they're going to find the win over Jam Gaming.
That is a seriously good win. I think Chiefs has really done well in this series to push this one forward. And it's not a surprise that it was close through the entire game and that it just got away from Jam at the end.
It's not a surprise that everyone voted for, I guess, the half and half. Only 56% for Jam is the favoritism over there on the Twitch.
See, even the crowd know how close this series is.
Yep.
I don't expect Jam to not come back firing. In this next match, they're going to come out strong.
Well, that passing play there, we saw 1, 2, and 3. That was clean. That was the Jam 100%, as we like to call it. We saw that, and that was kind of just a surprise for Chiefs.
It was exciting to see Jake push forward. He got 3 goals. He got the hat-trick in that series. Torsos only getting 1, and we've needed to see Jake step up. And I was actually talking to Torsos this week about their team, and they just want to play a lot more confidently and let Jake do his thing.
That's what we
let
saw.
Drippe do his thing, and boy, does it work.
It works so well. That's what we saw just then in the first game of this series. And game 1 going to Chiefs is going to be a real morale booster for them.
Yep.
They will then go on to Scylla next. I think today with league play, considering how each match affects each team, we have to look at, okay, what does this match mean? What does this match mean? And Chiefs, if they take the series win against Jam, the more games they get at least. Going up
I don't
against
think
Scylla.
they're too fussed, though. Chiefs are the
No?
kind of team that are so confident that when they get to land, they'll just beat everyone, that they're
Yeah.
not going to worry too much now that they've made it. However, it's Jam Gaming. They always want to beat Jam Gaming. They usually just say, yeah, we want a 3-0 Jam Gaming. We don't care about anything else. We want them to lose.
Remember last time, Chiefs took on 4th seed from NA. Jam took on last seed from EU.
Now 4th seed from NA. It's G2. We found out today
Okay.
at the NA Regional Championships, long-term running G2, whoever comes first in the Regional Championship at PAX has to take them on in the first round.
I mean, some could say that that could be potentially a good run or bad, but we have such a big chance. We're not looking to just beat a team now. We're looking to score goals like this.
Monty Connor puts that into the top corner, but it's shady every single time off that backboard. We highlighted it last week, and it's still there. You can't know what Shady's doing when he's close to the backboard.
That's a good first goal for Jam Gaming, though. Starting off this game nice and strong for Chiefs to punch through at the end of last game. For Jam, finding this goal early means quite a lot, but Chiefs are not deterred with an equalizer.
Man, these teams.
They're getting
It's
some
just,
good goals.
it's just right back and forth. Drippe just floating there longer than humanly possible. A lot of technical skill in that play, even though it doesn't look like it.
We're seeing a very different level of play than we would teams like Avant versus Legacy, even like Scylla, put in Noisy in there as well, Conspiracy, Pale Horse, doesn't matter. We're seeing high quality gameplay, but we're seeing some very explosive shots.
We're definitely seeing a lot of aggression as well. Both teams not worrying too much about the defense, and it is catching them off guard because both teams are great on the attack and can just expose any weakness that's there.
Speak of the devil here. Express will get the clear out. Torsos, nice touch over to the right wing, will be responded instantly. Drippe, he's back into defense. No demolition nor bump going to be found by Jam Gaming as they hit off the backboard. Setting up again.
That's the shady backboard, but once again, Express not hitting the angle. There's something wrong. What is Express on that he's not missing? Not enough sleep.
I don't know. Maybe he used all his energy in the last series. Maybe he got the 2 goals and he doesn't care about it anymore.
Well, they have qualified for PAX, but they're not going to be happy as well with first, unless they're first seed.
If they get 2nd seed, arguably, we would see most likely Pale Horse hit that 3rd seed, and you do not want to be going against Pale Horse.
Especially
They're a
not if
surprise.
you're Jam.
Yeah.
They lost to them earlier on in week number 2. In not the most surprising upset either. It's always a close series between those two.
Chiefs punishing Jam's defense a little bit there, but holding out still are Jam. 1 apiece now, and Drippe passes it over to Jake, and you wanted to see Jake step up. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe he has. Sets it for Torsos. Definitely looking good for Chiefs.
And you see Jam Gaming was so desperate to get that out of defense. They committed so hard, hoping to get the clear, but the pop out from Jake beat the last defender and opened up the net. And you can't be letting Chiefs get goals.
I think Chiefs would be happy with this. This looks like confident gameplay. This looks
Yep.
like the championship season for them because it is. Because it is what we wanted to see from Chiefs. A touch from Monty Connor. Instantly, we're back on the other foot.
It's the same story over and over again. 1 goal for Chiefs, 1 goal for Jam, and it's whoever can draw away. You need to get 2 goals in the lead, it seems.
Last game, the magic number was 5.
5. We're only halfway through, and that 5 looks like a very realistic number.
Yeah, the breakaway would start at 4, but I'm confident in a 5 right now. 2 minutes 30 remaining. Jam Gaming, they're only halfway through this 2nd game, but things were looking great to start off. When Chiefs equalize, they mean business.
Ooh.
Shady, close. Monty Connor, unable to recover, runs into Drippe.
That's some clutch gameplay coming out from the Chiefs just to keep that one out. But still, not sure what is going on the defense for both of these teams. unable to keep up with the pace of the attack.
Yeah, a little bit crazy here. The ball just bounces over the top and Jake gets another.
They didn't expect that bump coming through the net. Jam Gaming were not ready. Look at Torsos as well. It was an interesting half flip coming out from him. Got to flip around, and that's why they didn't expect the bump. It didn't look conventional.
Yeah. Chiefs, they play what they want to play. The confidence, the immense potential.
Oh my goodness, Express! That's 3 so far, and that was the most open of nets that you could ever be given by the Chiefs.
And that was Jam Gaming ready to equalize there. So we said, what is the potential? And for Jam Gaming to equalize, that was just then. Express should have found it. We have to see more from him. We have to see more from Jam Gaming. Because Chiefs right now, they're blowing people up left, right, and center. They find the other breakaway goal. And what we've seen from Game 1 just could mean Game 2.
The other thing is, if Express had got those 3 goals, that would have put him in strong contention for the Golden Striker. $500 for that one person. It's a huge bounty.
Much. To add to our prize pool as well, right now, Torsos, he'll be happy with it because he's setting up goals. He's getting them himself. Jake really going strong here in game number 2. Seeing a lot from the Chiefs, a little bit more so from the Chiefs than you could argue against Jam. Bump from Express out of the way. Unfortunately, the ball will just hit the crossbar.
Both of them not too afraid of getting down and dirty and bumping out the competition. Just being very aggressive. It's a great way to open up a net against 2 teams that usually have fairly good defense.
You see both teams trying to think ahead a little bit here. A couple of plays ahead at that. Chiefs, big hit there, Shady. He's going to be back. And he deters the ball away. Jake tries for the bump or the
That
demo.
is very aggressive. And I've seen that a lot more from Jake in recent times. In fact, I was watching a scrim yesterday, and Jake spent almost the entire time going for demolitions. It seems just the new meta here for Chiefs.
Yeah, works out. It looks great. Jake is playing that aggressive style and playing it so well. Jam have to be a little bit more careful because this aggressiveness is working for the Chiefs right now. 3 versus 2 on that goal score. Chiefs lock one away and the breakaway begins.
That's the 2-goal lead that secures them the game, and it was the pass here from Torsos. It had to be covered. Monty Connor had to look at the net and the shot to come out from Torsos, so when it was a pass, came as a big surprise.
It's pretty dire for Jam Gaming. Chiefs holding a 2-game advantage now off the kickoff, excuse me. We're not going to find Jam really pushing forward. Instead, Chiefs 2-0 and a great start to this series.
For how back and forth these games have been, it's still well in the favor of Chiefs because as soon as they got that breakaway at the end, Jam Gaming start to panic more on defense and it opens up their net. And still we're seeing Express not able to finish off the goals.
So does it rely purely on Express here? If Express steps up, do we then see Jam Gaming start taking these games?
In the first game, he missed 2 opportunities that he would always get. Normally gets a 50% shooting accuracy, but this time he couldn't. And then the second one, it was the same thing. He missed one, and that would have put them ahead.
Yeah, so maybe we look at Express and we look at Jam Gaming, that with him getting Jam ahead, it'd be a very different case, very different scenario, but Chiefs are still holding strong. And I'm pretty confident in Chiefs at this stage. I mean, it is close, it is back and forth, but Chiefs just look that little bit stronger.
I think Chiefs are right now just in a comfortable position to just 3-0 out this series. Neither of the teams are as well playing, in my opinion, their A game. And it's not because they're not playing well, but I don't think they're taking it as seriously as they
I think they're just kind of going for it. And I mean,
they won a lot of goals.
It's an important game, though. Like, they should be taking this 100% more seriously because Jam and Chiefs, this could be the difference between getting first seed and getting second to verse probably Pale Horse or verse a team like Scylla or whoever gets that 4th position. For these teams, I mean, honestly, it's going to be a big moment here in game number 3.
I think game number 3, this is where they have to really carry this one out. Monty Connor's going to push that forward and just go for that one. But Express is in the front half. The shot goes through, the bump as well. Monty Connor not going through, but Jam Gaming get to keep up the attack. The pop down. Shady gets beaten. It's an open opportunity for Chiefs, but they don't finish it off.
No, coming through. Chiefs still putting on the pressure into Jam Gaming, however. In 4 minutes, 20 remaining, Jam Gaming back onto the defense. Chiefs are pushing forward. And looking good for game 3. Everything relies on them here. Going up against Silanex to take Jam Gaming down would be a great feat. To do it 3-0, an even better feature as Torsos off the roof.
That is a ripper of a goal. Straight from the top. Drippe passes it center. And just look at the power Torsos gets straight down and below the defense.
Well, Chiefs again onto the strong start. Realistically, we see Jam getting the next goal. That's how it's been. 1-1, 2-2, but then the breakaway.
That's exactly how it's gone so far, but I don't know. It feels that goal from Chiefs feels like a game winner to me.
Okay.
It was a great goal, and it was sort of what we've been missing. There have been a lot of smaller ones that relied on taking out the defense. That one didn't. That one was just a massive goal.
Express pushes up. Pressure starting to be put on by Jam Gaming. Let's see if Yummy's right. Chances are Chiefs are just going to find the control once again. Up comes Jake.
And in the end, whoever wins this series proves themselves right now as the best team in OCE.
Yeah.
And looks like the way Chiefs are playing that you could say that they are the best team in OCE.
And I think so. I think them getting first seed last time in Championship, them looking for it again and playing like this. They're not done yet. Torsos setting up for some interesting angles. Jake has already rotated it back and pretty flawless at the moment in Game 3.
You can see a lot of patience coming out from Jake. It is his signature, really. He never takes any risks. And it means that Chiefs have such a stronger offense whenever he's back.
Torsos trying to add to his stats there, get a couple more goals and look even better in the eyes for RLCS, and the potential's there.
Right now, with the way this series is going, with Express not getting the goals, he's basically got it. He's got a couple of goals this series, and Express has none.
Yeah.
At this point, even if they didn't get anything against Silla, if Torsos got no more goals, he'd win the Golden Striker award.
Wow. Well,
That's how dominant he's been all season.
how dominant he's looking again. He pushes forward. Chiefs, 2 minutes remaining, but holding that goal, excuse me, could be the nail in the coffin for Jam Gaming. Who would have thought it would be this, I guess, one-sided in the series standings? The games haven't looked one-sided, but it's been that dominant throughout the series. 3-0 is what it's looking like right now. Jam struggling to get even a goal to respond.
It's been a lot more serious affair so far as well. You can see it reflected in the score. 1-0 after we saw, 14 goals in the first game.
Yeah. Crazy affair there. Shady, interesting touch, Devo, and followed up by Monty.
It's good open up of the net. Jam Gaming have tied up this game, but they've got a lot more work to do. Now, the series, look at that by Shady. He's actually a master of that, coming off the roof and getting that flick up against the backboard. Mwah.
Ah. Beautiful dish.
A lot of people have been saying that Shady is a front runner for best player in OCE.
Yeah?
Of course, unfortunately, right now, I think he's got Torsos and Kami, who both are putting down flags and laying claim to that.
So Shady, the competition is dire there. Make more performances like that, and you will be in the chance. Jake, he comes through. Close call from Chiefs. They rotate back, and the defense continues again. 1 minute 10 and 1 apiece. Chiefs not finding that breakaway, but like you said, a low-scoring game here for both of these teams and taking it a little bit more seriously.
I think Jam Gaming just short up their defense, and it's worked at both ends. Good save coming out there by Express.
Yep.
Just getting enough, just reading exactly where Torsos was putting it.
Jake over to Torsos again. Close calls for Chiefs, 45 seconds. He hits it off the wall, ready to bounce it down, and Trippe, he's going to go back, recover his boost, but Jake's not done. Interesting second touch. Monty Connor gets it back over to Torsos. Back and forth again and again. 30 seconds remaining. Good bump out of the way, but Chiefs will have Jake in defense.
It was good possession, but there was actually a missed touch by Jake at the back that's given Jam Gaming time to apply the pressure.
15 seconds remaining, 1 apiece. Chiefs could be the last play here. To take a 3-0, this would be pretty clean, but much calmer game. And you can see the result of it. Really, you'd say it's on a knife's edge, but that's just a meme. 3 seconds, and the ball, as it drops to the ground, could just be the overtime. Chiefs still not letting it drop, however, but it hits the midfield, and It will finally touch.
Torsos let that one drop. He didn't have enough boost to go forward and turn that into a goal. Opts instead to go for the kickoff, and he almost scored off that kickoff. It was just a slight hair of a touch coming out from Jam Gaming.
Great setup from Chiefs. Torsos there, hits the backboard. How open is the ball? Express says none. And Shady, although he's here, will be looking forward to something at the end of the day. And that something is going to be a little bit of magic. A little bit of... I was going to sing Mumbo number 5, but Yummy would have smacked me down right then and there.
Hey, you're on the ball today.
I am only just. 35 seconds. Chiefs are still holding this ball off, but Jam Gaming feel like they're adding a lot more in this overtime. Very aggressive coming through.
It was very aggressive. Jam Gaming haven't had a lot of opportunities in this overtime when you compare it to Chiefs. As that is a brilliant shot. You saw it was going in as soon as he touched it. And the angle from Torsos, I actually don't know how many goals he's scored in this series so far, but he's just had another immaculate series.
If I'm questioning, I'm going to say 3. I'm going to have a guess there. But look, that was clean at the end of the day. 3-0, Chiefs taking on Jam. That was one of our best series of the day, and Chiefs made it look clinical by the end. But like you said, Yummy, I don't think there was all the A game there. It was a little bit of fun.
Not in the first two series. The defense was not there at all. They were both looking to get shot after shot, but as soon as you saw it step on, you saw both teams really take it seriously, and also saw that Chiefs had the upper hand when it came to that.
Yeah, we saw Jam Gaming also had that full card change across their roster, but I really want to highlight that Shady goal off the roof. Pog. Just Pog.
Okay, all right. Well, but for Chiefs, let's look at 3-0. That wasn't a 3-2. That wasn't a 3-1. That was a 3-0 by Chiefs. And although the games 1 and 2 were close, Chiefs just took control of that and pretty much cemented that they are the best team in OCE.
And the fact that it was a 3-0 essentially secures them as that number 1 seed, because they have the 2-way tiebreaker, but also now the 3-way tiebreaker, even if Pale Horse comes up.
Yeah, I think they're 1 goal behind Jam for that tiebreaker, but they've still got a whole match to play. And if they're playing like that against Jam, there is no way they're not going to pick up at least 1 game.
But I mean, I feel like going against Scylla next, Chiefs will change a little bit. That won't be the Chiefs we saw just then. They will... I mean, if you're Chiefs, do you take that seriously? Do you go against Scylla with all guns blazing?
Yeah, you want first seed.
Good.
You want first seed, and just like Jam, it's a long-running rival with Scylla. They took it seriously enough in that game. They were just... It wasn't that they were taking it as a joke. They were just going too offensive because they wanted a lot of goals for some reason.
Stat padding. Can we use that?
Maybe. I don't think they really needed it. Torsos already has
always good to look better.
Brilliant stats, but maybe it goes back to the Fantasy League, OCE week.
There's not much to say about that game, however, but Chiefs will be happy winning against Jam. However, if you're interested in looking like a team like Chiefs or Jam, we have our community night set up. We have our junior and senior division coming up on Wednesday. Throwdowntv.gg. You can head on over there now and sign up. It's not too late. Coming up next, however, a very important series to make sure Chiefs stay in that number 1 spot and look positive as ever. Chiefs taking on Scylla Esports. Going to be a fun series to watch. We'll be back in 5 minutes when we kick it off.